everyone, welcome to my channel. I'm Minty Kid here for another top 5 series. If you haven't checked out last week's videos, I had my top 5 K-pop biases. The link will be in the bio and we'll give you a little bit about my K-pop. But today we're gonna change it up and we're gonna go into comic book world. And you see my environment did change up a bit because we're gonna have a little twist that I have a special guest, a very good friend of mine named Chancellor D. Cosplayer, writer, he does the editing, but he's an overall great friend and a huge DC lover. And we're gonna get in today about our top 5 DC heroes, and we're gonna have a good time and discuss it with you guys today. Now, if you have any top 5s, comment below, like, share, comment, and again, subscribe for more future top 5 videos. And I hope you guys are excited to hear what we go into today. This is gonna be very fun with my friend, so stay tuned for more of our top 5. Now we're going to get into our top 5, but someone's missing. Oh yeah, remember I told you about my great friend? So we have Chancellor D, and we're gonna get started with our top 5. I came with you an intro. How you like that?
I love it. I'm Kid. How are you? I love the intro.
Oh, you loved it? I'm glad you did. So we're gonna do our top 5, but before we just want to get a little bit about you. So how long you been a DC fan?
I've been a fan, really, I think I can say all my life as far as I can remember. I go as far back as like watching Batman animated series in the 90s, Superman animated series, but like those two shows respectively kind of grounded me in being a DC fan, really.
I see. I mean, I was into Batman too, and DC, that was my anchor. But you know, we're gonna start into our top 5. So this one, it was kind of hard to pick. So I would have to say Young Justice, Kid Flash. You know, actually all Kid Flashes, but just in general, Wally. I love Wally.
Wally West.
Yes, like
at least in Young Justice, at least, you know, he's still still alive in the comics, but as far as the show is concerned, rest in peace.
Baby Wally, it's not fair. If you watch Young Justice and you just see Wally and his adorableness, you'll just fall in love with him and his comic relief. And he always had a knack of stealing stuff. Like, he just takes something as a momentum just to remember every mission. I miss Wally.
In season 3, they did a really good job of giving Artemis some closure.
Artemis some closure.
That episode, if y'all haven't seen it, it really pulls on heartstrings. And I was like, they did that.
I do ship them. They was cute. I ain't gonna lie. But you know, I still miss my baby Wally. But how about you? What's your top 5? What's your number 5?
You know, it has to kind of go like in the similar family, like the Flash family. Like I love Barry, you know, Wally, and all of them. But I have to go back to the original Jay Garrick. Like
Jay Garrick.
Like, you know, seeing him in the Flash TV show, played by John Wesley Shipp, who played Flash in the 80s Flash TV show, or not. I think I got that confused. But don't hate me, internet. But I always thought Jay was a really cool guy. Like his outfit's cool with the helmet with the lightning bolts on it, and like he was a founding member of the Justice Society of America. So, like, I just kind of like those like golden age of heroes, and he's one of my favorites.
Yeah, I mean, he really did pass Barry a lot of wisdom that he really needed. The same that Barry passed to my baby Wally. But you know, the Flash family, I honestly love all the Flashes. It's just Kid Flash, which is always the funnest Flash to me. So Flashes, I love all Flashes. They're always fun.
I agree.
So that's not bad for top 5. We just getting warmed up, right?
Yeah, we just getting warmed up. This was number 5, but we got 4 more to go.
4 more to go. Number 4. Number 4. So number 4, I picked. You'd be surprised about this one.
Okay.
I actually picked Supergirl.
What?
I did. I picked
Alright.
Supergirl. So Supergirl, of course, I did cosplay her for Halloween and a little bit at work and stuff. But really, what got me into her was her CW show. But it is a CW show, right?
Yeah, it was CBS and then CW.
Yeah, it was CBS and CW. But I really liked her character. She was fun, and too, she was strong, and she had that strong feminist quality. Like, watching that show, I just wanted to be like, damn, I want to fly and be strong like her. That's why that year I was like, you know what, I'm just gonna dress up as Supergirl for Halloween. Why am I lying to myself? I want to be the inner Supergirl. So yeah, I actually picked her.
You embraced your inner Kara Zor-El.
Yes, I really did. Like, I felt like Kara was me. Like, she's a woman who was trying to be herself and trying to find herself. And two, she was in journalism, so that's another hard hitter that kind of relates. And she was very quirky and awkward, just like me. So
I mean, her on the show, she's really interesting, especially in season 1, where it's like dealing with her family vibes with her sister and everything. And she's just like, okay, I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna hide my identity from James and Wynn and all this other stuff. And then as the show progressed, people figure like, oh, she is Supergirl, But I love your choice.
I know you're gonna be like off putting, like, what? Supergirl?
You threw me for a look over there. Okay.
So, look, surprise me.
Change my tone. I'll say this: Azareth, Metreon, Xanthos, Raven.
Raven, yes, Raven. I love her though. I do, but she's been through so much. She's dark. She's deep.
She is. Like, for her, being in like the Teen Titans cartoon show, when a lot of people first saw her, being in like the new Teen Titans comic book series, Mark Wolfman, George Perez, but even the more recent run of the animated series movies, of how they took her in the Damian Wayne story. This overall, Raven's like a deep character. I mean, I did a casual cosplay of her once. It was fun.
That is true. I remember it. I was like, yes, do it, because I promote gender bent cosplays, especially since I gender bent Nightwing. But overall, I support that. And then two, Raven and Teen Titans, the regular Teen Titans. I like Go, it's fun, but regular Teen Titans, you can see the whole depth with her as a character, especially through the arc when she was with her father and dealing with everything, and the closeness she got with Robin. It was
yes. Like I said,
you can't help it. I understand.
I was like, she's one. I feel like Raven is one of the leaders of the team, because she essentially became an adult really fast, dealing with her father, Trigon's issues, and just having to kind of keep him at bay, keep check of her powers. Like, I love magical characters anyway, in general. Like her and Constantine and Zatanna and Dr. Fate. But I think she sealed it with my number 4 pick.
Yeah, I mean, I agree with you. I take that number 4, and I do dream to cosplay her because her outfits, and I've seen many different cosplayers. Her cosplays is fun to do, honestly. But yeah, that is my number 4. How you feel like that? How you like that, Chancellor D?
I love it. Now we're now on to the Trinity level, number 3.
Number 3. Okay, let's get to number 3 then. To number 3 and tres. So, can you actually even figure what this number 3 will be?
My deductive reasoning means, and I know you so well, I'm gonna say a member of that family.
Dun, 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 dun. We have the Mr. Batman himself, Mr. Bruce Wayne, Batman himself, the one who had the contingency plans, the one who started the whole Justice League. Well, he's one of the Trinity Justice League, but you know what I mean.
I know what you mean.
The anchor of DC.
I didn't thought you were going to say Nightwing, honestly, but because you cosplay Nightwing. But I wasn't too sure.
I still want a Nightwing t-shirt, but even then, I love Batman. Batman started everything for me falling into DC, honestly. He was all like, he has so many different outlets, so many different rewrites and shows and revamps. It's like you cannot help not to be a part immersed into the Batman families or Batman in general. So Batman was a no-brainer. A guy with no powers, his pure intelligence and brawn to be able to do what he can do. This makes this really more human, especially for me, because it makes me feel like I can do anything, even though I know Batman has his tragic story. But whatever, Batman, he had to come out of his tragedy to make something great for himself. So I respect him. So how about you? What's this number 3 one that's coming through?
I want to say is great pick for number 3. Great pick for you.
Thank you.
My number 3. Can you gander a guess?
I know they have a strong mantle. Don't they have like a nice chant and they hold their I think it's
Bright as day and black as night. Yes, that. Yes.
Yes.
So my number 3, honestly, it was with the Lantern Corps, specifically the Green Lantern Corps. I was going between Kyle Rayner, John Stewart, Hal Jordan, and then a few others that we had, especially the human ones. But I landed on John Stewart, especially his representation in the Justice League animated series, his relationship with the team, Hawkgirl, their like budding romance, and then how it actually continued into a comic book form, and like when the series first starts out, like they have their team up, and then the first arc after the Secret Origins is one dealing with John Stewart and the Manhunters, and it was like he was on trial because they said he had destroyed a planet, and come to find out, no, it was fixed, but he was ready to do his job as a lantern, and my duty is, well, I have to turn myself in because this happened, and come to find out, no, he was framed. And especially with what's going on right now in the world with people of color, specifically black people, just kind of like how his story arc in that show resonated with me, and overall I just enjoyed John's character, especially when he meets Static Shock or Static, Richard Hawkins, and everything, and then they have their team up too. Like this, seeing how his character shows in animation form and even in the comics, I really enjoy seeing how they portrayed John Stewart.
I do like how they portray John Stewart as well, because you make us feel more welcome to, like, give us more options to cosplay other characters, and what make us feel like we're just single to that. And even then with the Green Lantern Corps, it's just, you can even be anything you want, just pick anything from the Corps itself and just be who you want to be in that Corps. So I respect that. And two, Batman and Green Lantern work very closely with the Justice League.
Also too, like I enjoy space things a lot, that, and being Green Lantern, it takes place in space. It's like, it's a black man in space. He's a patrol officer in space going to different planets. He's patrolling Sector 2814, and it's like really just going out there and doing things, and it's like it's showing that we can do anything that we want to do too.
That's true. We can go to space. We can do anything. Anything we put our mind to, we can be great. So I like your pick. It fits you. So
we need to see a Batman and John Stewart buddy cop team up thing. Just saying. Yeah.
That will be very interesting to see.
All right, you hear that? Let's make it happen. Okay. But let's move on to number 2.
All right, everyone. So we are going to get into number 2. You like those harmonies? I know. I'm kind of getting it sometimes. But
I feel it in my heart.
You feel it in your heart? I'm glad. But number 2, you already kind of guessed this one. You can guess it, right?
Did they have an invisible plane?
She had a movie, An Invisible Plane. Wonder Woman.
Yeah.
Honestly, grew up watching her like younger. Like, was it the show from the 80s? Is it 80s?
Yeah, the Linda Carter Wonder Woman series. Yes.
Mm-hmm. When she spin around and everything. I used to watch that show and want to be Wonder Woman. That was the theme song. But I always liked Wonder Woman as a strong, like she's an Amazonian woman. She's a fighter. It's just, especially what really kind of sold me, it was the movie. Like the movie kind of really set it in stone how much I loved her, because Gail Gadot, that's how you say her, Gail Gadot?
Gal Gadot.
Yeah, she really killed the role of Wonder Woman. That I loved it so much that I had to get the pop. I don't really collect pops unless I love it that much. That's how much I love the movie and her killing the role of Wonder Woman. And I'm excited, super excited for her upcoming movie, because especially she's gonna have her villain coming in there with Cheetah. Oh my god, I'm so excited! Oh, it's gonna be so good, and her uniform is just magic. So, and I deep down one day really do want to cosplay Wonder Woman. You know, I have my dreads out all nice and stuff, but who doesn't want to be a strong, powerful Amazonian woman? Like, I love her. So that's my number 2. I'm not even sure what you're gonna have number 2, because
got any idea?
not a bat.
No, something a little more street level.
Static?
Yes. Static Virgil Hawkins, guys. That is my number 2. You got it off of that comment. Wow. Okay. Okay. That's fine. Like honestly, like Static. You know, I think for a lot of us, was like when his animated series debuted.
Mm-hmm.
It was, I feel like, a game changer show. Like I mentioned before, yeah, it's part of the Bruce Timm verse.
Mm-hmm.
You know, it's part of that shared universe. And for one, you know, I think when the show first started, I think we were teenagers then. Like it's like early 2000s. Well,
Yeah.
it's a long time ago. But you know, to kind of see, like, you know, this is a black kid on TV. He's a superhero. He's just living his life. And he's just like, he's fighting crime. He says he's going to school. He's trying to do his homework. Do stuff with his family. And this how his life just really evolved through the course of the series, when he got to meet Batman, got to meet Superman, meet the League, his best friend Richie, and go find gear. And then even going, you know, all the way back to his first inception in his comics, like with Milestone Media, and how like he really grew as a character. Even seeing him as an adult, like it's just nice. Like I mentioned, you know, representation with Green Lantern, but Static really hit home for me, especially, you know, being a teenager at the time. And it's like, I can see myself in this. And plus, I think electricity powers are really cool, so that was a win for that too. But
Sure.
But yeah, Static is my number 2.
Yeah, I'm excited for that one. I don't even know why I even consider Static. That's disappointing to me. But Static, he was always like, I seen a lot of cosplayers, especially, you know, us always doing so many different variations, and he was on my list for a cosplay, especially since I grew out my hair long as it is. I was thinking of different aspects of it. That's a really good choice. I commit. Yes.
I forgot. She did a casual Static cosplay once. I forgot about that. But
You did. You have to check out his page. He has some really dope casual cosplays. Chancellor D cosplay. But yes.
And I will say before I forget, in DC fandom, recently they said that they're looking into doing a Static movie. So like an actual live action Static movie. So I'm excited for this.
I'm on board for that. I'm ready for that. We need a Static movie. ASAP.
Now, let's move on to our number 1.
We are at the last one. Number 1. One. I brought back the echo. Yes, I did, because I don't have echoes. So you said to me earlier that you knew what this number one may be. But I'm going to throw you for a loop because this one's a combination sandwich. Because he shed too many skins to become who he is. But we're going to start him with his egg. We're going to start out with a little Robin.
Wait. Oh, and I did say him earlier, too. I did.
Yeah, you did. But, I mean, Robin, Dick Grayson, Nightwing. All of them. Like, that sandwich Robin. Because, especially in all the Batman movies and Batman shows, they always show Dick Grayson all the time. And then especially in Young Justice, when he was like whelmed and overwhelmed. I should have worn my whelm button. I have a whelm button. I'm so silly. But yes, that's how much I love Robin. And
are you feeling the aspect?
Yes. Oh my God, he was. And I miss Young Justice and those youthful days of Robin. But then he's like, you know what? Forget you, Batman. I want to do my own thing. And then Nightwing came about. And then Nightwing was looking good anyways. I'm sorry. I'm thinking of Young Justice again. I'm sorry, Fred. I didn't mean to put you there. But Robin is always fun and witty. And especially he was just always hacking. He's really smart. Like he really grasped everything that Bruce taught him and took it tenfold to become Nightwing to do his own thing. And I respect him for that. Even though it's a combo twist, Robin, Nightwing, Nick Grayson. But yes, Robin, Nightwing, Nick Grayson. That's what I love.
So you start with Robin, but then you can go to the man behind the mask, Dick Grayson. Then Nightwing.
Then Nightwing, like all of them. It's just the whole realm of them.
All right, I got you.
So, you're number one. Do I have to play something triumphant for you? Like a really...
No, you really don't.
No. Okay.
But, you know, I've been giving it away the whole time, people.
Superman!
Alright, no point. Anyway, Superman, not only would just being the first superhero, you know, especially even DC superhero, he's like really isn't like my favorite character, and really is kind of like going back to what I said before, like Superman the animated series. That's really where I kind of got like my first glimpse at his character. You know, even reading comics as a kid, like the Man of Steel series, like the ones I was able to read, and then when Smallville came out, like
I was really on Smallville, but that was a show.
That show really was for like my formative years, I kind of say, because it came out when I was in middle school, about to go to high school. Because in the late '90s. Wow, I'm old. Anyway, but then as his show progressed, especially when I was in college, I felt like the things they had Clark deal with, like his human things he had to deal with, like, you know, school, then, you know, working, friendships, family dynamics. Like I would watch that show, and then it would kind of help me deal with things that I was dealing with at the same time. So I was like a really interesting parallel. And then, you know, the Christopher Reeve movies, especially Superman 1 and 2, the Superman Returns, Brandon Routh, and then Henry Cavill and Man of Steel, and the current line of movies, and, you know, like the George Reeve TV show, the different cartoon series before, the Super Friends show. But overall, it's just his character, really. It's like, you know, his upbringing with Martha and Jonathan Kent, kind of stuff like my parents taught me about being a good person, you know, trying to fit into this world, this chaotic world that you just look at you anyway and just say you're nothing, but you can be greater than what you are.
That's true.
And where Clark's character really is, like, he can do whatever he wants to, but he has to try to fit in, and that really like fits into my character. So that's my number one. And speaking of my number one, he has a new movie that just came out, Superman Man. It's a great movie. Product placement. It's a wonderful movie.
I had to check that out myself because
Also,
I'm not a huge Superman fan, but he is. I understand his pureness. We need that pureness, and it's necessary to keep that justice, that just going. And honestly, keeps Batman level.
He does. And I also will say he just had his 80th Action Comics anniversary. Yeah, Action Comics 1000. So, yeah. Plugs. Yes.
Plugs. But yes, check out your local comic book shops because I know you want to check them out. But yeah.
And that movie's also on demand too. So, watch on demand.
It's on demand. You know, I'm going to try to look that up myself because I need to watch some good movies, some DC movies right now because, times are tough, but we need something to do and have fun with. So thanks for those placements.
You can't tell who I am anymore, so.
Oh my God, we can't see what happened.
Our top fives.
Yes, so yeah, that's our top fives, everyone. All right, everyone. Thank you for watching all top 5 DC heroes. Now, if you didn't like the list, that's fine. You can comment below what you like is your top 5, and you can like, share, comment, and subscribe to my channel for more top 5 series. And then check out Chancellor D and his cosplay page. Let them know about your page, D.
Yes, I have Chancellor D Cosplay on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter, which is actually Chancellor D Cos. But yes, I post a lot of my pictures more so on Facebook than Instagram, but I'm trying to use that more. But you can find me there on Facebook. It's all one word. Same with Instagram.
Chancellor D. I'll link his Instagram, Facebook, all his different links for you to like, follow, check out his content, check out his different cosplays, and I really thank you, friend, for coming on my channel and doing this top 5. This was really, really, really fun doing this with you, and we have to do this again.
Yes, we do. We have to do more team ups of the world's finest. Yes, there, I said it.
The world's finest. We have it. So, like I said, everyone, like, comment, subscribe. We're going to have more videos coming out. Don't forget to hit the notification button to be able to get notified about future content. And don't forget, like I like to say, is remember to speak on what you believe in and love yourself and just be you. So, thank you for tuning in, and